That's our phrase of the day. I don't know. We're going to be coming back to that a lot because
I don't know.
I don't know. All of my feelings about Metro are don't line up. I
don't know.
So much about this game is exactly what I want. And yet, I don't know how much fun I had.
I don't know.
Because I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, let's just look at this on paper. Graphics are pretty nice, especially on the X, but keep in mind, on all consoles, even the X, tessellation is turned off. There is none of that ray trace volumetric lighting you're going to find on the PC. Usually in the last 18 to 24 months of any console generation, the PC really starts to pull ahead, and that's what's happening here. But it still looks pretty good, you know, especially on the X. It's not ugly, so this is good. Characters and story, good. You know, usually with characters and stories, I don't want you to waste my time, but when you do a good job of it, like a based on a book good job of it, then you know what? I'm happy to stand around for 10 minutes, just listen to people talk. I would never have said that about Far Cry New Dawn, but here's practically the opposite. I'm happy to stand around and listen, and as soon as I start playing...
I don't know.
I don't know. Am I having fun? I mean, everything else here on paper is good. I love the survival elements. I love having to do real stuff in real time. I love the lethality, you know, enemies die fast, you die fast, assuming you're not playing on bitch mode. This is all good. I like the quasi-open world series of open world aspects. As usual, I'm keeping this footage from around the beginning of the game, so nothing past like the first world. You know, I like all this on paper, but
I don't know.
I don't know. Something's missing. And how I feel about it doesn't make any sense. Because
I don't know.
I don't know. Would I say this is worth $60? Well, yeah, there's a lot here. There's quality, there's effort, there's good characters. This is good. It's worth $60. But how much fun was it to play?
I don't know.
Because, like, Far Cry is a $40 game, mostly reused assets, you know, worth $20, which it is now. Like I said, it was comfort food. I could play for hours, not really think about it. But something about Metro, I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
I like everything here, but everything after about 45 minutes starts to feel like work. Starts to feel like a chore. And that's the thing. This is one of the most realistic apocalypse-y type survival games I've maybe ever played. And it's what I've always wanted. And I think that's ultimately maybe also the problem. Because a real apocalypse would be, you know, pretty fucking boring. The fake silly apocalypse was silly and fun. The real one, well, yeah.
Come on. I'm coming.
It's the kind of thing that might make for a great TV show or movie, but,
I don't know.
I mean, here's the thing, like, usually I say don't bother with characters and story, unless you can really nail it. And I think they did, frankly. And that's a great story loop. We're adding characters to your train and relationships with the characters and what they can do. That's a good story loop. But in a video game, I mean, it's fine in a video game. I like it in a video game. But you need a gameplay loop. And a lack of a skill tree, or having more than like 3 things to collect, gives you really minimal gameplay loop. I think that's why the first 2 Metro games never really bored me, because they were kind of a more old school linear type of game. So there wasn't a lot of this. Or, you know.
I think it's October, but I can't be sure. I haven't kept a calendar for years.
When you're gonna add open world elements, you need more open world gameplay loops, or your really high quality $60 game that is worth $60 might start to feel like a bit of a chore. And cheaper, far inferior games will, I don't know, be more fun.
I don't know.
That's why I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. If I was the kind of person who gave these things like numbered scores, this would have a high score. It would. Everything here's really good. But at that 45-minute mark every time...
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. I've never not known.
I don't know.
I've never not known so much in a review. I just don't fucking know. I don't. Who am I? Where are we? Who are you? What is chicken?
I don't know.
Oh, man. The only two real direct criticisms that I can give here are A, the load times, which are fucking miserable. I'm talking like GTA 4 startup on PS3 load times. It is brutal. And keep in mind what you're seeing here is on the X with a faster hybrid drive. So if you're running on anything short of that, it is going to be worse. Gotta help you if you're using a stock drive and an OG Xbox One. And while not nearly as bad, the in-game player death and area loads are not short. So just keep that in mind. If I was on PC, I would never put this on anything short of a solid-state drive. Other than that, the only real complaint I had was that there's some shit, again, I'm not going to show you, I'm a stickler about spoilers, but there's something that happens in like the first 45 minutes of the game that's kind of world-breaking. Like, if you followed the first two games, there's a certain world built up, and they do something early on that kind of breaks it as an excuse to have the story, and I kind of feel like maybe they could have found another way to do that. It kind of reminded me of Star Trek 2009, and it's like, maybe not. Maybe don't throw away like hundreds of hours worth of shit for like 2 or 3 movies. What the fuck? Now I gotta watch Seth MacFarlane to get real Star Trek.
For what reason?
And that was the only thing that really bothered me, was that beginning of the first act quote-unquote twist that, But you know what? The thing about the Metro games is it's not so much about the overall story, it's about the character story. You know, the real story here is the story of you, your friends, your wife, the train, adding people to it. Their exodus. That's the real story, and that's the shit that they get really right. I mean, that's practically the only gameplay loop here, because while there are missions and stuff, without XP, without that character skill tree, without something more than just finding, like, a piece for a gun, there's just so little gameplay loop.
I don't know.
Like, if it's not a zombie apocalypse, although let's be honest, what the fuck are these? Humanimals? Fuck you. Fuck your mother and everything you stand for. You know what those are. At the very least, they're ghouls. Yeah, man.
I don't know.
I don't know anything. He was just a game, like any other.
I've got mostly nothing but good shit to say about this game, and yet I never passed the 45-minute mark without, kind of wanting to, I don't know, play something else.
I don't know.
I would recommend it if you like the first two. It's pretty solid, a little stiff maybe, but it's not a mess. And when the first Metro game came out, it was a mess. The AI had a bad case of the tardids.
Where the game takes a complete nosedive is with its broken human AI that constantly makes you ask, are they really this stupid?
Everything here's solid enough. Yeah, animation can be a little janky. Movement maybe the slightest bit stiff, but you know what, it's fine. Everything's fine. But is it fun?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. How do I award this? What do I do? Help!
I don't know.
So, okay. I guess gotta do something. Fuck. Alright. Award, bitches. Brie Larson Award. Because, these are good numbers. Yeah, these stats are good. Talent went into this. This is good, but,
Why do you need to know? Am I allowed to tell you that? I mean, it's kind of complicated. Like, duh. Is that like a personal attack or something? Or... It's just hard, you know? I mean, why? So I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, that's awkward.
Am I having fun yet?
I don't know.